People, it's another opportunity to be with you wherever you are. I'm Princess Clayton on your favorite show, Royal Inspiration. That happens all the time on Glow TV. And today on Royal Inspiration, we're getting to unleash the real you with a very sensitive subject. Sometimes a lot of people get to mix it up. I actually learned it the hard way. So this is what it says. Spirituality doesn't kill or take away sexuality because it's a part of you. It's in your being. You were created that way. Let no man deceive you. Most times, when I actually became born anew, it felt like, oh, so I'm not going to feel all those hormonal feelings. I'm not going to feel all those urges, like feeling like I want to have sex, feeling like I want to do this or that. My hormones get playing tricks on me and all that, and I'm freaking out. So it doesn't do that. It only makes it possible for you to be able to discipline yourself enough not to get to satisfy those desires the wrong way. So the desires can be satisfied, but it can be satisfied in the wrong way or the right way. So the fact that you're born anew and you still see this guy handsome looking or this lady very beautiful and you go like, wow, she's so pretty or he's so handsome doesn't make you a backslider. Yeah. So it's just you. It's in you. It's on the inside. That's who you were created to be. You're a sexual being. God created you like that. But there is a particular point in time in your life when you can be able to satisfy those cravings. But at the point when you're not there, you have to be able to discipline yourself. So that you feel all those feelings when you become born anew doesn't make you crazy, doesn't make you abnormal. Rather, if you don't have those feelings as a human being, we'll be worried. We might be thinking you're an alien, you came from planet Mars, Jupiter, or something like that, not from planet Earth, because all human beings created in the image and likeness of the Almighty definitely are sexual beings. So you have that on the inside of you. That it doesn't manifest at a particular age or a particular stage doesn't mean you don't have it then. It's just that it has not grown to its full capacity. So this is what happened. When I became born anew, I had this feeling of, oh yeah, I'm not going to get those hormonal feelings. I'm not going to crave to want to have sex with someone and all that. So I'm going to be fine. Thank God. Hallelujah. That kind of stuff. Well, that wasn't true. It was just a fairy tale. It was a fantasy in my head because for real, well, it wasn't funny. Trust me. And so there was this time, I want to take it personal so you know how it really feels. There was this time, like I think 3 years back or so, I had this guy who was talking to me. I kind of liked him somehow. I had a thing for him and all. So there was this day. I'm telling you the truth. If I didn't die that day, I don't think I'm ever going to die for sexual craving. I don't think so. And I don't believe anybody is going to die because they had this hormonal thing all going on and they didn't get to satisfy that desire because I didn't die. I did something that worked for me. It might work for you as well, but there are other things that you can do that can also work for you. So this day, I was actually at home. It was like 3 years back, and there was this guy who was asking me out, and I kind of have a thing for him. So that day, when I was sitting home, I just started feeling my body like it was all like, what's happening? What's happening? This is new. I'd had these cravings, I'd had these feelings from time to time, but it was not like this. It was like fire was burning in my entire body system. It's like I was going to explode. And the first thing that came to my mind was, well, this is just a short thing. It just takes some few seconds and this thing is done, or some few minutes. The guy's down there, he likes you, you have a thing for him. Just go on, like get him and get to satisfy this thing once and for all. Like, what's gonna happen? What's the worst that can happen? And another part of me was saying, really? You just don't know. That's the one of 5 minutes or how many seconds that could destroy your destiny. And I was like, oh, that's scary. It freaks me out. So I was there battling with all those feelings and the emotions, and my body was burning. It was like I was so hot, like I was on fire. I could not believe it. And then all of a sudden, I told myself, yes, he's just downstairs. It takes you few seconds. You could even just write him and tell him, okay, come up, like I want us to talk or something. Just bring up something. But that part of me that was telling me you could actually just lose your destiny for few minutes really won the deal. And so I said, so what else am I going to do? I went to my door, actually locked it, took the key, hid it under my bed so that I shouldn't get to think about that. And then all of a sudden I'll call him. So even if I get to call him, he can't get through because my door is locked. It was that funny. Yes. I was feeling that hot that day. So I locked my door and then I was thinking of what to do. I was still battling with the emotions and the feelings. Your hormones can really get you crazy. It can so freak you out. It can get you out of the normal that you do really crazy things. And at some point you ask yourself, was it me who did this? Yes, your hormones can drive you that crazy. So you need to be able to discipline yourself and hold yourself in long enough. So I actually called my younger sister. That was the miracle that happened for me that day. When I called her, I was explaining how I was feeling and everything, and she was like, "Are you surprised?" I'm like, "No, I'm not surprised, but this one is really, really crazy. I tell you the truth." And we talked for hours on ending, and I slept off that call. The following day, I called her again, and then we're talking and we're laughing about it. We so laughed about it. All I'm just trying to tell you here is that you become born anew doesn't make you no longer a sexual being. You're still going to get those cravings. It's just amazing because the truth about it is, for ladies, even when you're on your period, you actually feel like you want to have sex. It is normal. It's not abnormal. I got to condemn myself over and over and over when I got these feelings, when I see people and I admire and stuff like that. I get to be like, oh, I've backslided. Oh, something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you. They're normal things that are supposed to happen to you as a lady. um I read somewhere that for guys, early in the morning, very early in the morning, they get those feelings like they want to have sex and all that stuff. It's just about discipline. You have to be able to discipline yourself. So when you become born again, you have grace much more to be able to discipline yourself than when you're not under grace. That's just how it happens. So, ladies, when you're on your period and you're feeling like that, what do? Don't get yourself all into guys because it's going to trigger it some more. Don't get to watch movies that are going to trigger it some more. Rather, do something that is, should I say, productive with yourself. Maybe if you love reading, get a book and read. Maybe if you love talking to someone, I love talking. So, calling my sister actually worked for me. Do something, redirect that energy to something else, and you're going to see it's going to work for you. It's discipline. To me, I know, and how I was brought up and what I believe in is that you're supposed to be able to satisfy those desires when you're married. That's the only thing that qualifies you to satisfy those sexual desires, because lots of ladies and guys, they are kind of confused eventually in the future because they get to connect their spirit, body, and soul with so many guys just in a bid to satisfy this desire. And then in the end, they're just so confused, and their minds are made up of so many minds and people because they've connected with so many people sexually and all that. So it's a very dangerous thing. You need to discipline yourself, keep yourself safe, so that at the right time you're going to enjoy it. Of course, you can have sex so much. If you think it's just about satisfying the desire, you might get to a point where you would so much satisfy that desire and it will be boring to you. So let it not just be about satisfying your sexual cravings. If you're hungry today and the only thing that is available for you to eat is excrement, are you going to eat excrement? No. You're going to be able to discipline yourself to wait for whenever it's going to be possible for you to get something that is truly edible for you to eat. So, because you have these cravings doesn't make you abnormal. That's the first thing I want to say. Yes, ladies, when you're on your period, it's really crazy. It freaks me out sometimes. So I get to kind of distance myself a lot from guys because it's crazy. You don't want to be in that situation where you would have to try to be the strong girl. So if you have the opportunity of not getting close to it, don't get close to it. The good book says, flee all appearance of evil. So when it appears like that, flee. So if I know that I'm feeling like I want to have sex, I'm feeling all hormonal, I'm not going to stay by guys when I know there is a possibility of me falling short there. So do something productive with yourself when you're in that kind of situation. I've been there, and God is helping me and giving me the grace to keep it real. I'm waiting for that one really, really special person that I'm going to give my all to. And I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful experience because that's what God created it to be. On Real Inspiration, I always say I love you very much, but the Almighty God loves you way, way more. Get to subscribe to our channel, get to like, get to comment, and share if you really enjoyed it. On Real Inspiration, we'll unleash the real you, we keep it real, because that's what can help us to grow. So, we're saying again, spirituality doesn't cancel or kill sexuality. You are a sexual being, but you just need to discipline yourself.